What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and I'm joined by the one, the only,
Gershwin.
And welcome back to another episode of For the Greater
WAAAGH!
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below, put a question in front of your question, because we get those questions first. That is what David Dubois did. He asks, you guys can kill one actual 40K character to see how the story would evolve. You can't kill the Emperor because he's already dead. ... That's sad. He's not, but whatever.
Half dead counts.
Yeah. Who you shoot?
Easy for me. Lucius the Eternal, because then I become Lucius and I'm a part of 40K.
That would be kind of badass. Yeah.
But no, to be honest with you, hands down, it would have to be the one character that I cannot stand at all.
Farsight, no. The Ethereals, all of them?
No, because he said one character.
That you can't stand?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know, man. Who do you hate so much?
Calgar.
You love Calgar, don't you?
No, I don't like Calgar at all. Marnius Augustus Calgar. I feel like he's such a waste. Like, he's supposed to be a chapter master, but every single time he gets his butt handed to him. Like, he's got these huge fist gauntlet things. Can't kill a Swarm Lord. His model looks...
It looks better now.
It's better now, but he's got a Primaris... He had to Primarisize. Is that even a word?
Yeah.
He had to become a Primaris to actually do something, and he's still not doing anything. Like, why do you even have him there when you have Cato Sicarius? He is 1,000,000 times better than Calgar. He's done so much more. He should be the chapter master. Push Calgar out of his seat. Let Big Papa be Cato.
There you go. Sound Alchemist 2020. That's crazy. How do you think the world would change then?
It probably wouldn't. Like, he's not doing anything now, so him being dead is not going to change anything either.
Who would you want? Like, how would you want him to die? Because he's just fresh out. Mm-hmm. He's in the
best way for him to go down, in my opinion, if I were to put all the pieces together, would be he comes face to face with the Black Legion. He makes his way to Abaddon, and Abaddon literally just kills him with like a swipe of the blade. Like, he's here thinking he's badass. He's got new Primaris, gene seed going through him. He's made it all the way to the final boss, and he's nothing to Abaddon.
He just...
Because the blade of the Abaddon has, that is like a sword so powerful, like the Emperor couldn't kill it. So just showing you how badass that blade is to kill a chapter master in a single swipe with no effort, that's going to show you what a threat Abaddon is.
And that could happen then, because that's where they're at, right? They're fighting on...
Oh yeah, that's true. The whole Vigilus campaign.
Vigilus,
Yep.
That'd be cool. Yeah, the character that I would want to kill would be God School Magork Thraka.
That's your boy.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see what would take his place. The Beast arises. That'd be badass to have like a King Kong sized freaking orc war boss. Like, I'm talking as big as a Morkanaut or a Gorkanaut.
Oh, I thought you said like Titan big.
No.
That's too big?
Yeah, that's too big. That would just look goofy. But it would be bad to have like the orc would just be running his knuckles up against the floor. It's just like a giant gorilla orc.
So would it be like Imperial Knight size, so that they could go like toe to toe, or just slightly smaller?
No, around the same height, because an Imperial Knight is not that tall, right?
No.
Yeah. So like around there, so like the orc can just, the war boss can just grab the arm and break him.
Emperor bless thee.
Thank you, Papa Nurgle.
Did he say thank you, Papa Nurgle?
Yeah. But I would really like to see a badass, more badass war boss. Really, I would just want a new model. Because we've had God School from the 2nd edition.
Yeah, same thing for Abaddon. We've had him for a long time.
Yeah. But yeah, good question though.
Yeah, really good question.
Who would you guys kill? Comment down below. Can't wait to read those responses. They're all going to say Farsight.
Please don't.
Because fuck the top. Next question.
Brian B. When a character disappears, is that basically just so GW can bring them back at some point in the narrative?
No. I think it's because GW wrote themselves into a hole. Kind of like with Kaldor. Drago, where they're like, this guy's better than a Primarch, and now the Primarchs are coming back. Let's just keep him in the warp.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt Ward.
I mean, it's really cool to read all these crazy feats, but at some point you're like, okay, like, nothing can kill this guy. What's he doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did the same thing in Dragon Ball Z. Like, they gave Goku Ultra Instincts, meaning, like, he moves without having to think about it. So if you go to punch him, he'll instinctively dodge, and then he'll be able, like, to retaliate. So that's probably a reason why you didn't see that form in the Broly movie, because it's just like, nothing can touch him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a question from someone we haven't heard from in a while. 1975 Steelers fan. When the Primaris project started, how did the Legion not notice thousands of Astartes going missing? So the Primaris project began 10,000 years ago. And is it Belisarius Call? Yeah, right. Belisarius Call created the gene seed with the help of like the Adeptus Mechanicus stock of gene seed. So it's not like he was hiding all these. He wasn't taking all these people and then hiding them. He was taking recruits from the natural imperial tides on planets. So it's not like one day he was just like scoop taking all of these. thousand recruits. No, it was over 10,000 years.
When you said scoop, I pictured, like, was it Raisin Bran? It's got the sun with, like, the scoop.
Scoop, yeah.
Put in that
Belisarius Call going to a planet. Scoop! Next question.
Octavio Quinones. Are those magic cards behind you?
Yeah. I don't know where you saw them, but yeah. Oh, they're over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We play Magic, we play D&D, we play 40K. We used to play HeroClix.
Yeah. Do you think HeroClix changed from like the last time we played?
Yeah, I think that it's become more mechanical, if that's the word. Next question comes from Brandon W. Hickman. Have there ever been Gene Stealer, Cult, Eldar, Orc, or Space Marines? Yes to the Orcs, no to the Space Marines, and no to the Eldar.
Bunny Hop. Who do you guys got for the Super Bowl?
This is post.
Yeah.
So we know.
We know. But I feel like the Patriots win too much, so I was rooting for the other team no matter who it was.
Yeah, who was it? The Rams?
Rams.
The Rams.
I heard it wasn't that good of a game.
Everybody kept putting up that meme of like these guys are playing like they have to go to the White House tomorrow or something like that. That's pretty funny. Next question.
C. Jones. Would Space Marines be better suited to pilot Titans and Knights rather than just regular humans? Just curious, since Dreadnought Space Marine pilots can have an extremely long lifespan, and they don't seem to lose their minds, such as Titan Princeps tend to do over time.
So the thing about the Imperial Night Houses is that the process is like extremely, what's it called?
It's like you're literally born into it. Like
Yeah.
you're born into the knightly house, even from a little kid. It's kind of like it's a family thing. It's
Hereditary?
It's hereditary. It's passed down from generations to generations, and it's something you grow up always being around.
So for a Space Marine to actually get involved in that would be very difficult. On top of that, if you're a Space Marine, you could just pilot a Dreadnought. Well, not a Dreadnought. What are those things called? Centurion, which is almost as strong as an Imperial Knight, maybe not as big and bulky, and with none of the side effects of having to get your mind linked to the thing.
To it, yeah.
And again, if you are technologically minded as a Space Marine, you go in the route of the Tech Priests? Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then as a Tech Priest, you have thousands of weapons at your disposal. You have Vindicators. You have all types of badass tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Why bother with an Imperial Knight?
Yeah, and Imperial Knights, they're not part of the Space Marine Legion. Like, you won't have, like, Archmarines with Imperial Knights. They're always knightly houses, and they're always like, I guess, following the king or the feudal lord of whatever, not planet, because you could have different types of houses per planet, but like, think of it as like kings and your knights. The knights being the Imperial knights.
Yeah.
There's a 40 facts on it. Check it out.
Next question comes from Lone Goat 81. Who is the mother of the Primarchs? Is it Malcador? So the Primarchs are clones of the Emperor. So there is no mother. Sadly.
Who's the Emperor's mother?
There is no Emperor's mother because the Emperor was born through the sacrifice of either 100 or 1,000 psychers.
Shamans, weren't they?
Yeah, shamans. Next question.
Not that it really makes a big difference, but it does. Timothy Armstrong. What is the most known time when the Imperium joined forces with alien races to fight off great threats? Probably the biggest would have to be the Aldari and the Space Marines to revive Guilliman, and they fought against like chaos and more chaos, and they fought against chaos, and they fought against chaos.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest.
Yeah. I mean, they team up, like the Blood Angels and the Necrons fought together against the Tyranids, but like, that's probably the biggest.
Yep.
And chaos.
Next question comes from Bilal Mir. I think the voice of this... As far as like the voices, I really like the voice actor that does the Eisenhorn books, the Inquisition books. I forget his name, but his voice for a Space Marine would be amazing. If you watch the fan-made lore video, what's the one that everybody told us to watch? We didn't watch it, then we watched it, and we were like, whoa, this is awesome.
Hell's Reach?
Hell's Reach, there you go. It's the same voice, I think.
Yeah, to me it's pretty close between two. Either Danny DeVito or Gilbert Gottfried.
They have very good voices, both of them.
Now, if you could like fuse them together, whew.
Fusion. Ha! Last question, what you got?
This one's by CP. Do you think that Dante, the chapter master of the Blood Angels, will get upgraded to a Primaris Marine anytime soon? Also, do you think that Dante is ready to die after living for over 1,500 plus years? So currently, in the timeline of 40K, Dante is like regent. So he's like in charge of like the whole Imperium after Guilliman, I believe. Or he's in charge of like the whole half of like a sector or something like that. So he's in a very high position. He's been alive, like you said, for a really long time, so he's super battle hardy. He's got expertise in strategy. He knows what's out there, and he's been fighting it for thousands of years. So because of that, he is a prime candidate to become Primaris. And I think he's actually going to go ahead and do it because of the position that he's in. He is so instrumental to the guiding force of the Space Marines that they're going to need somebody to live longer and be better overall, because you can't have an old man dying on the battlefield. That's going to hurt morale. So the Primarization, there's got to be a better word for it. The ability to become Primaris is going to overall increase his health, his reflexes. He's just going to like become more of a badass.
More of a badass.
And a new model would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. And don't forget we have a Patreon. Don't forget we have an Instagram.
Facebook. YouTube channel.
And yeah, this was Gershwan.
Sound Alchemist. And we'll see you next time.
Always used to put my freedom